Hey, this is Keith coming at you with the third and final video in this series about press release marketing. And in this one here, I want to talk about the biggest mistakes made in press release marketing. Now, some business owners take on the task of PR marketing, only quickly to become discouraged because of their efforts did not work and yank their progress altogether. Are you that type of business owner? Rest assured, you can make sure that your PR marketing efforts are a success by avoiding the biggest mistakes all those other guys are making and making sure your press release will get you profits. Turning your press release into a sales pitch. Yes, you want to tell your customers about something new, and the whole reason you're writing a press release is so that you can get more sales. But press releases need to be informative, not salesy or pushy. Even though you're looking for sales, press releases are an indirect form of marketing, and so this is not the time to push your product on people. Just tell them about it. Starting your press release with a bad opening. Just like the first thing you say to someone creates a first impression on them, your opening in your press release tells the customer whether or not they'll be interested in what the rest of the release is going to say. Maybe even more importantly, any press release you write first has to pass an editor's desk, and they have to approve or reject it. If you don't have a strong headline, lead sentence, and subtitle, the editor won't look any further, and no one else will get a chance to either. Including too much flash in your press release. Now, this is not the time to use every adjective in the English language to describe your product. Nor is it the time to use all the industry jargon you use every day in your office. A press release is the time to be concise and keep to the point. Always make sure that you include everything you need to. An incomplete release won't make it past the editor's desk either. But be sure not to stuff it with unnecessary words or information and make every word count. Using a passive voice. A press release is also no time to not be confident in what you're saying and what you're doing. Passive voice is not only boring to read, but it is also unconvincing. People simply won't believe what you're saying. Always use active voice by including strong verbs and always making sure that the subject comes first, followed by what they're doing and not the other way around. Bad formatting. Having a poorly formatted press release is just as bad as having a poorly written one. Never use all uppercase letters and keep an eye on how many exclamation points you use. No doubt you're sharing exciting news, but it can come across as yelling. The correct format for a press release is block formatting with double spaces. Spelling and grammar mistakes. One of the biggest ways you can come across as unprofessional in your press release is to have spelling and grammar mistakes in it. Always proofread your release and never rely on word processing software to do it for you. Now, even though spell checks can be great, they often miss certain things like your with the YRE is written as your as an ownership, and when you've meant to write to, but instead have to write TO2. Now, while both spellings are correct, the grammar will be wrong. Always go through the document yourself and read every single word. Not doing your research. Not all press release distribution companies are the same. They will all have their own requirements for content and formatting, and if you don't follow them, your press release won't even be looked at, let alone distributed. Now, always do your research on the distribution companies you want to send your release to and find out before you send them anything what their guidelines are. Bad timing. If major news just happened and you send a press release that's completely related to your product and service, but not related to the major news, your press release will not be distributed because other releases pertaining to the big news will take priority. However, waiting too long after the big news has happened and your release will just be seen as old news. Timing is key. All of these mistakes can be avoided at all costs by doing one thing: outsourcing. Places like Fiverr, Elance, and Upwork, formerly known as Odesk, are full of people who have done PR work and continue to do PR work for a living. Outsourcing will not only save you time, but it will also save you money. So this concludes this video. If you'd like more information about press release marketing, Leave a comment below and I will post a link for you to have a free book. And the free book is entitled Everything You Must Know Before Using Press Release Marketing. Now in the next video, I'll talk about the subject social media marketing, the myths. We've already gone over the subject of social media marketing. What is it? Now here we're going to dispel some of the myths. Until then, stay tuned. See you in the next video. This is Keith. Talk to you later.